Look, Taya, this has been a fantastic chat. Are you ready for rapid fire questions?
Let's do it.
Okay, I always ask people the campaign they're most proud of, but you corrected me. You said no. In my line of work, it's the project. So the project that you are most proud of.
Yeah, I mean, I do work on some campaigns, but like I said, it's more project based because people are coming to me in this crisis state. I'll give a recent example. I was recently involved last year in a Canadian sports scandal, we'll say. Um, of course, I don't want to divulge too much out of respect for my clients, but I will say that that was something I was incredibly proud of.
Your favorite movie?
Almost Famous, hands down.
If Hollywood were to make a movie based on your life story, who would you want to play you?
I would say Ali Larder because I always get told I look like her, and I love her characters in the movie she plays.
If Hollywood were to make that movie based on your life story, what would you call it?
I thought about this a lot because I've always thought it would make a really compelling series with crisis management in general, crisis PR. There are a few different series and shows that have popped up. The movie title that I like, that I obviously can't pick for my own because it already exists, is Our Brand is Crisis. I love that movie title. I'd have to think a little more for my own.
Was that the film with Sandra Bullock and Billy Bob Thornton?
Yes.
Yeah, they go to Latin America to run competing campaigns. I think it
Yeah.
was in Chile or Argentina.
So it's like two comm strategists sort of trying to out strategize each other in this political campaign. And it's just a great movie.
Your favorite book?
There's so many. I'll keep it like old school original. The Outsiders, I would say, if I had to pick one.
Your favorite song?
It would be Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses because my dad used to sing it to me when I was a baby.
Ah, the best advice you have ever received.
Um, Lots. There, so I'll kind of, there's personal and business advice. So I'll say a personal advice. There's a saying that I don't even know who said it, but it's always a piece of advice I always go back to. And that is to either live a life that's worth writing about or write something worth reading. And I always take that into consideration when I'm just going about my day-to-day life. I think it puts things in perspective in some ways. You could say that.
If you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would you say?
Probably to not like sweat the small stuff, to let things go that are not serving you to your bigger goals. I think some of the things that I prioritized when we're younger, like many of us do, um, don't help you to reach that next step. So being a little more ruthless, we'll say, in who gets your time and attention.
My signature closing question: if you weren't in media and PR, what would you be doing and why?
I'd probably be a writer, an author. And that's because I just always loved writing. I would still love to write a book someday. So maybe that is to come.